A top story first, the BJP has unveiled a major overhaul of its national organizational team with party president Nitin Nabin bringing in a mix of experienced leaders, younger faces and greater representation for women. Now, there are also major changes in national secretaries, Morcha leadership, media and digital teams as well. Now, the reshuffle comes ahead of a crucial electoral cycle with Punjab, Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh among the key states in focus. Now, to speak to us about this change, what brought about it and why the need now in this political climate, especially with elections just around the corner, I'm now joined by Sandeep Shastri, political analyst. Sandeep, thank you so much for joining us on News Now. The timing is everything, really, with regard to the shuffle itself within the BJP. It comes a little after you saw the former Union Education Minister, now Dharmendra Pradhan, being shunted out on the back of widespread Gen Z protests. It almost seems like the BJP wants to refocus its thinking in many ways and imbibe new energy into the party. Could that be put down as the rationale behind the reshuffle, Sandeep?
Thank you, Jed, for having me on your show. You are 100% right in saying that the USP of the BJP is to take anyone by surprise who listens to what they do and also respond to the moment that you have around you. And if you look at the reshuffle and the reorganization of the team, we had always been promised that the new president would have his new team. And this new team is very much a combination of people from the earlier regime to new people who have been added in. And people from the earlier regime, interestingly, include people like Mr. Santosh, the organizational general secretary, a key position in the party. And that ensures some element of continuity in the organization. But as you rightly said, the new team has people with experience. You have three former chief ministers as part of this team. You have Vasundhara Raje Scindia, you have Biplab Das, and you have others. You have former union ministers as part of this team in the form of Smriti Irani. You have Madhav getting back into a key position. And you have a lot of people in this team who are drawn from the frontal organizations which back the BJP. And these are people who come with organizational experience, work on the ground, and an understanding of reality on the ground. And the last point I'd like to make is this is close to halfway down the term of the third term of the current government. And therefore, it's a preparation for the next Lok Sabha election also. Simultaneously, it's a preparation for next year's next year's assembly elections in certain key states. It's also important that the social media outreach of the party, you have a new convener of the IT cell, and this could very well be linked to what we have seen in the country in the last month or so, the need for a greater social media engagement, the need for a greater social engagement, media engagement in the language, style, approach, and methodology that the younger generation believes in. And that, I think, may be some of the important reasons that would go to explain this reshuffle. My last point, I was expecting a ministry reshuffle also simultaneously, because a lot of people who may have been dropped in the ministry reshuffle may have been included in the organization. But then that does not seem to be happening. Possibly those who will be dropped from the cabinet are likely to be given gubernatorial assignments. And I think finally, I would say, when you are in power in the center and when you are in power in 22 states, it's important that the government and the party work hand in hand. And that explains one reason for the recent change.
Absolutely. In fact, reports indicate that, we may not actually see a cabinet reshuffle at least till the monsoon session of Parliament is over, Sandeep. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that in due course. But let's take a look at some of the numbers as they present themselves today. 17 national vice presidents, 8 national general secretaries and 16 national secretaries have been imbibed into the new BJP team itself. Like we were mentioning, women's representation has been given specific focus. I can count 6 names that are featuring as part of Nitin Nabin's Women's A-team of the BJP, even as Smriti Irani has been appointed National General Secretary. It almost seems in many ways like the BJP now is kind of wanting to appeal to a demographic that a lot of this would matter to. Younger voters, voters who are gender sensitive, voters who want justice and representation in many ways, especially going by the happenings of the last month or so. Do you feel so many women names, some high profile names among them, Madhav coming back in many ways to the top echelons of the party could be representative of this very clear focus that the party is actually adhering to? Sandeep.
You are very right, Jude. I think three factors: the youth factor, the woman factor, and the regional factor. All three are seen clearly in this shake-up of the team. The youth factor, with a lot of younger people getting a place, a lot of women leaders of the BJP now in the new team of the BJP, and also they have made sure that there is adequate regional representation. I am more focusing on the position of general secretaries of the party because these are crucial positions and very important people have been placed in those positions. For me, vice president's position is more of political accommodation where you take care of various interests, but the key doers in important ways would be the general secretaries of the party and those who are heading various cells, be the Morcha, be the IT cell. So those are critical appointments for me, and I will be looking closely at those appointments.
Right. And even as the elections that are upcoming are more crucial than possibly ever before, UP, especially given the context of 2024, Sandeep, and the fact that the BJP did not make as much ground in the state that it thought it would, even considering UP a bit of a cakewalk, even having the Congress win the all-important Ayodhya seat. Surely that election and ensuring the BJP not only retains its stronghold, but also makes forays into states like Punjab should surely be right on top of the party's mind. Even South India, for that matter, Anil Anthony being given a very crucial portfolio. It almost seems like the priority for the BJP is dual: retain strongholds and move beyond and establish presence in places where the party hasn't done too well. Do you think that Nitin Nabin might well have his work cut out for him, given the duality of these priorities as they present themselves right now, Sandeep?
The moment he became the party president, one knew clearly that there is a generation shift within the BJP. And the current organizational structure that is now emerging clearly shows this organizational shift in emphasis to youth, shift in emphasis to greater number of women, and shift in emphasis in correcting certain regional imbalances which were there. And as you rightly said, UP and Punjab are crucial for the BJP as immediate factors. UP, they would want to win UP. There are challenges in UP, as you said, in terms of the 2024 election results and what has happened since. People will be looking closely at the BJP. For me, the real rival of the BJP is not the opponent of the BJP, but the small ironing out of differences that would need to happen within the party. And Punjab, of course, is opening up a totally new opportunity now with the new type of alliances which are emerging in that state. So both these elections will be very important and very crucial.
Absolutely. Well, when you were talking about the generational shift happening with the Nitin Nabin team of the BJP, I couldn't quite help but recall a similar shift happening when Mr. Modi took power, in fact, a little after, involving the likes of a Sushma Swaraj and Arun Jaitley, Venkaiah Naidu in many ways. So what can I say? History repeats itself in many ways. But on that note, Sandeep, thank you so much for joining us and breaking down the BJP's new look, even as it heads into a crucial electoral cycle. Good to have you with us on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
And with that, we're slipping into a short break, but don't go anywhere because News Now will be back on the other side. So keep staying tuned to ET Now.